Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. A big thank you to Mech Arena for sponsoring this video. In terms of dates, we'll be going from the 17th of September up until the 23rd, and we'll first have a look at some games that have come out without being in one of these videos before. Of course, this week we've had a direct, so there are a few to look at. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. Let's start with a few games already out, all of which were released as a result of the Nintendo Direct last week, and the first is Radiant Silvergun. This legendary shoot 'em up developed by Treasure first released in arcades and on the Sega Saturn in Japan in 1998, and it received critical acclaim. This version includes 5 difficulty settings, online leaderboard, and even a game mode which adopts the rules of its spiritual successor Ikaruga. It will cost you £15.29.
A big thanks to the sponsor of today's video and their game Mech Arena. Mech Arena is a third-person free-to-play mobile mech shooter where you'll be partaking in 5-on-5 real-time PvP matches, and it's great for those who love shooters but don't have the time they once had. I'm sure we can all relate to that feeling. It achieves this through fast-paced action with matches that can be over in just 5 minutes. It's not a reflex shooter, but it doesn't feel slow like most mech games. The maps are designed to be smaller and tighter, which leads to the aforementioned fast action. Personally, I prefer the faster mechs such as Killshot or Lancer, as again it really helps to enhance that speed element in the gameplay. Also, this month is a big one for Mech Arena as they've got the new Battle Pass season on, as well as a big lineup for Oktoberfest, with prizes to be won including a new pilot called Boar. On top of this, Mech Arena is also adding controller support. That's likely to be a bit of a game changer. It's completely free to play on Android or iOS right now, and if you want to support the channel and play the game, you can just use the personal link or scan the QR code that's on the screen to get bonuses worth $25, 1 Firelight skin, 1 Prodigy crate, and 1 Plasma Cannon 4 to help you get started in the game. My game ID is on the screen now, add me and we can play some matches together. There's never been a better time to give it a go.
Also already out, again courtesy of the Direct, was Square Enix's latest offering, Various Daylife. Now by this point I can't be the only one that believes Square Enix's game titles are created via a random word accumulator, but the games have been very good to be fair, so I guess it's been working for them. This is a daily life RPG from the team behind Octopath Traveler and Bravely Default, and it features over 20 job classes and more than 100 types of jobs to perform. You'll need to choose your rations and camping gear as you leave the city in search of adventure, tackling monsters and bad weather along the way. Plus the game introduces a combat system that relies on working together with your allies called the 3 Chars as you change the foe's condition, build up a chain of attacks and then seize your chance to inflict damage. It sells for £24.99 or your regional equivalent. And the last for those games already out is Resident Evil Village Cloud Gameplay Demo. Again, its release was announced during the Direct and Mark and I were messaging each other through it, and when this came on screen I was writing a message to him that said please don't be a cloud version, only for it to flash up on the screen that is exactly what it was going to be before I could even send the message. The game itself is a very good entry in the mainline series and continues the story of Ethan from Resi 7. I had hoped that seeing as Monster Hunter on the Switch used the RE engine, perhaps we would one day get the newer Resi games as full releases, but it looks as if it's not going to happen. If you are okay with cloud versions, then check your internet with this demo and then the full game will be available to buy next month. Let's move on to the games coming out this week, and the first is a new entry in a well-loved series with Return to Monkey Island. This new entry in the classic point and click series once again follows the adventures of Guybrush Threepwood and picks up right after the events of Monkey Island 2, The Chuck's Revenge. Creator of the series Ron Gilbert is involved as his studio Terrible Toy Box is developing with Devolver Digital on publishing duties in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. It promises to bring classic point and click gameplay to the modern day, and it has gone for a very interesting art style, almost has a pop-up storybook look to it. This will sell for £22.49 and it releases on the 19th.
International Talk Like a Pirate Day! But you don't have to wait. You can order it right now, before it's even out. Something we in the marketing industry call a pre-order. As a bonus, I'm ready to...
Then we have Jack Move, which is a JRPG that features a blend of cyberpunk storytelling, turn-based battles and a beautiful modern pixel art, so says the blurb. You take on the role of Noah, a vigilante hacker who is out to rescue her father who has been kidnapped by a megalomaniacal corporation. It calls its art style high bit, and you'll be battling foes in cyberspace, taking them down with your hacking software. It's going to cost £15.49 or your regional equivalent when it releases on the 20th, but you can get 10% off of that price up until the 3rd of October. We also have Potion Permit releasing next week, which is an open-ended sim RPG where you play as a chemist who is sent to a small town, which has always feared conventional medicine but has no choice but to take it on when the mayor's daughter falls ill. You'll need to take care of the 30 inhabitants, gathering ingredients from the outside world in order to concoct potions and remedies, as well as confronting monsters whilst on your foraging expeditions. As well as this, you'll have the traditional tropes of the genre, such as exploring the town and building relationships, and it certainly looks lovely, has a bit of a Moonlighter vibe to it, I must say. It will cost £16.99. Then we have another Square Enix game in the DioField Chronicle. This new strategy RPG introduces a new real-time battle system based on assessment of the battlefield conditions and issuing decisive orders that take advantage of your troops' strengths at that moment. It uses diorama style battle scenes, and I do love when games use tabletop models as their characters, and it is a story about war and honour according to the blurb. It will cost £49.99 or your regional equivalent, but it does have a demo available, so you can try before you buy.
Are inbound from the east, with 5,000 enemy soldiers thought to be on board.
Their aim is to break our lines, but we will stand firm to the bitter end.
We may even be able to take back Dagwood if we...
Next is No Place for Bravery, which is a top-down RPG with Souls-like combat. You'll make your way through a harsh world full of ruined beauty and violent tribes, and will engage in fast-paced combat consisting of dodges, rolls, parries and counterattacks. It has quite a striking pixel art style, reminding me a bit of a mix between something like Hyperlight Drifter, but with the character models of games such as Thimbleweed Park or The Last Door for those story segments. This is out on the 22nd of September and it's going to cost £17.99. Also out on the 22nd is SpiderHeck, a fast-paced co-op brawler which includes spiders with laser swords. It has both PvP and co-op PvE modes with physics-based combat and big weapons as you stab, sling and scramble your way to victory. Looks pretty crazy but could perhaps be fun. It will cost £13.49 and you can save 10% off of that price up until launch. The penultimate game for the week is an interesting looking one called Beacon Pines. This is set inside a mysterious book and you play as both the reader of the book and its main character Luca, and you need to investigate the strange goings on within the warehouse of Beacon Pines. As the book reader, you'll narrate the key points by using an interactive story tree that branches out depending on your choices, and exploring one set of events can unlock new charms to use in another branch. This will lead you back and forth between different versions of the story and allow you to uncover the full mystery. Certainly sounds intriguing and it's going to cost £17.99 or your regional equivalent. And finally for the week, a really smart looking retro platformer called Roar of Revenge, which is selling for what sounds like a fair price of £4.99. It says here that it's inspired by the classics of the genre but includes mod cons such as checkpoints and saves in order to balance the challenge. You can acquire new skills by gaining relics within levels, and there are multiple endings to unlock according to the blurb. This one is going to release on the 23rd. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Do any of these games interest you? Will you be picking any of them up? Did you pick any of the games up that released after the Direct? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Another big thank you to the sponsors of today's video, Mech Arena. Please do check out their game. All links are in the top pinned comment and the description. Doing so does help the channel out, so it's very much appreciated. I just want to say that as of the making of this video, I've had a terrible sickness bug for the last week. At the point of recording this, I haven't actually eaten for 4 days. I didn't want to mention it at the start and kind of bog down the start of the video, but if you have been listening and wondering why the pacing seemed a bit off, or I sound a bit breathless, or it just doesn't quite flow as well as usual, that would be why. So apologies if that has been the case. I hope it hasn't detracted from the video too much. Oh, and thank you to Mark for offering to do the audio for this video as well. Always appreciated, mate, but you've always got to get back on the horse at some point, so yeah, here we are. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit, you can use our website, SwitchUp.gg. You can get your eShop cards from there if you are in the US or EU regions. You can get yourself a 10% discount by using the code SwitchUp. All of the links, again, are in the description or the top pinned comment. And there's also a link down there to Play Asia, where you can get yourself 5% off of an order. If you're looking to import any games, use the link and then use the code stated, and you'll get that discount deducted from the total of your order. A quick thank you to our Patreons as always for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.